Hello again, welcome back to Okayunyumu. Let's go ahead and continue. Thanks for making me lunch again. It was delicious, especially the pot au feu.
どういたしまして。でも、作り方は簡単だよ。野菜切って、ベーコン切って、水入れて煮込む。味付けは全部コンソメにお任せ。楽ちん楽ちん。
No need to be so humble. I'm happy to have someone preparing food for me at all. I don't really do anything special when I cook for myself. No point in going all out when I'm the only one eating.
わかる。適当でいいやってなるよね。
Okayu puts away the lunchbox and thermos as she talks.
それにしても暑いね。学校来るだけで汗かいちゃうよ。
They misspelled sweat.
今度のお弁当はそうめんでも持ってくる？
I can already see it. And an appetizing clump of slimy noodles. Rejected. Despite my refusal, I would like to do something to combat the heat. Right, why don't we go to the pool? Before I can finish my thought, a recent event comes to mind. Wait, never mind. You must not like pools. My bad.
え？どうして？
I mean, you were pretty scared of the bathtub. I can't imagine the pool being any better. The memory of what happened that first night replays in my mind. I was pretty bummed out when you up and left after saying you'd wash my back. But I figured since you're a cat, hating water is only natural.
よく覚えてるね。でも、この時期のプールって混んでないかな？
Of course.
人混みはちょっと。でも、プールは行きたい！行きたい行きたい！
Are you a little kid or something? Okayu clings to my right arm the moment I face palm.
ねえ、どこかいい場所ないの？僕、もう水嫌いは克服したからさ。むしろ、水が嫌いだったら、料理もお皿洗いもできないでしょ？なのに、ちゃんとお手伝いしてるじゃん。つまり、本当に水は平気になったってこと。ねえねえ、信じてよ。
Alright, I got it. Stop clinging to me. I forcibly pry Okayu off my arm while racking my brain on how to fulfill her request. But still, finding an empty pool around here at this time of the year is pretty much impossible.
そういえば、この学校にもプールはあるよね。借りられないの？
We can't. Our pool isn't open to the public. Only the swim team's allowed access.
じゃあ、水泳部が使ってない時にこっそり忍び込めばいいんだ。
You're joking, right? Okayu tilts her head in response to my serious question.
なんでこの場面で冗談を言うの？
You're actually being serious. Do you know what'll happen to us if we get caught?
見つからないように夜中に忍び込めばいいのさ。
And when the security guard finds us?
ダッシュで逃げろ。
So basically you have no plan. In spite of the deep furrow forming on my brow, Okayu is all smiles.
ダメかな。絶対に面白いと思うんだけど。
Of course it's a no. My chance of going to university will go up in smoke if we get caught.
そっか。でも今年の夏も一度きりだよ。
Now, Caillou. We can do that after we graduate university.
何にも縛られずにやりたいことをやるのも楽しいと思うんだけどな。
For a moment, I imagined sneaking into the pool with the Caillou. Entering the water, hearts racing, getting startled by the smallest noise and laughing quietly together. I'm sure it would be a blast.
じゃ、善は急げってことで、今夜決行ね。お天気はどうかな。
Wait, I never agreed to.
言ったようなものだよ。さっきぽやーってしてたじゃん。あれって僕とプールに行くの妄想してたんでしょう。
Are you a psychic?
違うよ。君の様子を見てれば誰だってわかる。それに今妄想してたって認めたようなものだしね。
I'm at such a loss for words. I'm unable to utter a single sound. Since I basically agreed to it already, there's no point in resisting your plan any longer.
じゃ、夜までに水着を用意しておいてね。僕も家に帰って準備しなきゃ。バイバイ。
Okayu grabs the empty lunchbox and leaves the broadcasting room. I watch her disappear in silence, torn between how I should feel about tonight's escapade. Ooh, pretty. Well, here we are.
来ちゃったね。
The night is filled with a loud chorus of croaking frogs as Okayu and I stand behind the school's pool. I tilt my head back, sizing up the wall that separates us from the pool. It's taller than I expected. How are you supposed to climb over this?
なんだかんだ言って君も乗り気じゃん。
Came all the way to school. I don't want to go home empty-handed. I still can't shake the nervous thought of getting caught by a teacher. But more than that, there's this bubbling excitement about sneaking into the pool at night. If I were alone, I'd never feel this way. I've always been known as a quiet, serious type, one who never causes trouble. This is the first time I've ever tried something this crazy.
君は根が真面目だからね。長所だとは思うけど。でもたまには羽目を外してみるのもいいんじゃないかな。今まで知らなかった自分の新しい一面に気づけるかもよ。
Maybe. Either way, we've come this far. No turning back now.
人生何事も楽しまなきゃ損だよ。
Grinning, Okayu turns her gaze toward the wall.
でも高い壁だね。一人じゃ乗り越えられそうにない。はしごとかあるかな。
I glance around, scanning both sides. Nope, nothing that convenient lying around.
ないよね。じゃあ正面から回り込む？
Nope, bad idea. What if we run into a security guard? Maybe we could use the bikes as a step. No, that still wouldn't be high enough.
でも僕と君が力を合わせればいけると思う。
Are you saying you want me to boost you up?
ピンポーン、大正解。作戦はこうさ。君が土台になって僕が上に乗る。僕が壁の向こうに行ってロープとか探してくる。それを使って君が壁を越える。
Theoretically, that makes sense, but You do realize I'll have to touch your legs, right?
気にしないよ。相手は君だし。
Oh,
それに、今までもっと大胆なこともしてきたしね。
I can't argue with that. She's barged into the bathroom while I was inside, pushed me down, and even cleaned my ears for me. Compared to all that, a little piggyback ride should be nothing, right?
じゃあ、壁に向かってかがんでくれるかな。
I nod and crouched down just as she instructed.
じゃあ、失礼して。よいしょっと。
Akai's thighs settle onto my shoulders. Her body's pressed against mine. Her weight, her warmth, I can feel it all so distinctly.
大丈夫？重くない？
Oh, nah, not at all. In fact, she's so light it almost worries me. I know she eats well, so maybe she just doesn't gain weight easily.
じゃあ、立ち上がってくれる？ゆっくりとね。そうそう、いい感じ。
I brace myself, putting all my strength into my legs as I carefully rise. As I do, Akai's thighs brush against my neck, soft and warm. Even back when I used her lap as a pillow, I thought the same thing. Her legs are way softer than I expected.
ちょ、体ふらついてるよ。危ないって。
Stop squeezing your legs! My air raid gets cut off and I instinctively tap her thigh in a panic.
ごめん。でも本当に怖かったんだ。
It's my fault too. I swear I won't lose to your thighs again.
何を言ってるのかな。
Okayu tilts her head, looking confused. I ignore her and strain my back. How's it looking? Think you can reach?
もうちょっとかな。全力で手を伸ばせば届くかも。ギリギリまで壁に近づいてくれる？そう、そのあたり。少し前の方に体重をかけるよ。ぐぬぬ。
The moment she leans in, something soft presses against the back of my head. Must be your stomach. I wish I were bald. I can't fully feel it.
よし、届いた。一気に登っちゃうね。
Sure, be careful.
安心して。僕は猫だよ。バランス感覚には自信があるんだ。いくよ。それ！
The weight on my shoulders suddenly disappears. I glance to see Okayu landing gracefully atop the wall, waving down at me.
作戦成功。待っててね。今向こうでロープとか探してくるから。
She disappears beyond the wall. I strain my ears, listening for any signs of her slipping or falling, but there's nothing. She really does have the agility of a cat. Before long, I hear footsteps approaching from the other side.
ロープ、あったよ。しっかりと結んだから、そっちに投げるね。
I take a few steps back from the wall, and soon a rope drops down from above.
足とか手を引っ掛けられるように大きめの結び目を作っておいたよ。うまく使えばきっと登りやすいと思う。
I quietly admire her clever thinking before giving the rope a firm tug. Feels sturdy enough. Doesn't seem like it's gonna come loose. Alright, you got this. After calming my nerves, I grip the rope tight and start climbing. I made it. My whole body aches from overusing muscles I don't normally use. I struggle to catch my breath and end up resting my hands on my knees.
大丈夫？少し休憩する？
No, I'm fine. My voice trails off as my gaze lingers on the Kai's sleek, toned figure.
動揺しすぎ。初めて見るわけじゃないでしょ。
Yeah, but still. No matter how many times I see her, I never get used to it. Her swimsuit suits her so well that my eyes naturally gravitate toward her. Especially under the night sky. It makes her look almost otherworldly.
君も着替えておいでよ。体操しながら待っててあげるからさ。
I nod and step into the shadows by the pool to change into my swimsuit.
はあ、気持ちいい。水温もちょうどいいね。何も考えず、ずーっとこうやって浮いていたいよ。
Okayu drifts effortlessly on her back, completely relaxed. It's a perfect back float. You're good at that. I never would have guessed you were bad at water even before.
まあね。今でも泳ぐより、こうやって浮いてる方が好きかな。だんだん頭の中が空っぽになってきて、自然の音と水の感触だけを感じて。
Let's take a good look at this CG art. Yeah, she has a really nice tummy and breasts and thighs and armpits and she's very cute.
君もやってみるといいよ。心が落ち着く。
I'm not that great at floating, I'll pass. Besides, I'd rather just watch her, but I keep that thought to myself.
そう？まあいっか。見て見て。星がすっごく綺麗。
I tilt my head back to take in the night sky. The sky is crystal clear, with almost no clouds in sight. Even the Milky Way is visible in all its brilliance. Yeah, it's beautiful. You can see the summer triangle too.
何それ？
It's a famous summer asterism, a beautiful triangle formed by Vega from Lyra, Altair from Aquila, and Deneb from Cygnus.
ああ、詳しいね。
I thought this was common knowledge, and maybe she's just not that interested in astronomy. As I wonder about it, Okayu quietly scoots closer.
ねえねえ、星のこともっと詳しく教えてよ。
See that brightest one over there? That's Vega, or in Japanese folklore, Orihime.
ああ、七夕のね。そう言われればわかるよ。神社でも毎年大勢の人が短冊を飾りに来ていたね。確か君もお願い事してたような。
Well, even I rely on the gods sometimes. I glance back at her as I speak.
ちなみにその願いは叶ったの？
Not even close. Guess the gods at small shrines aren't that reliable.
あははは。まあ神様も忙しいだろうからね。 ちなみにどんなお願いしたの？
That I could take over the family rice ball shop. But, well, that didn't happen.
まだ子供だからって理由で？
No. My grandma said she didn't want to tie down my future. Ingredient costs keep rising every year. You can buy cheap, tasty rice balls anywhere these days. She didn't want to leave me with a business that had no future. That's what she told me.
なるほどね。おばあちゃんにダメって言われたから諦めようとしてるんだ。
I don't have a choice, do I? It's her shop. If the owner says no, there's nothing I can do. After I told her I wanted to take over, my grandma worked even harder than before. Probably so I wouldn't worry. In the end, she collapsed. My relatives had to shut down the shop and practically forced her to take a long vacation. If I hadn't said something so stupid, she wouldn't have overworked herself. I wanted to protect the shop, but I ended up doing the exact opposite.
なるほどね。いろいろ納得がいったよ。僕はずっとおにぎり屋さんに未練があるなら続ければいいのにって思ってたけど、そんな簡単な話じゃなかったってことだね。
I nod. I know I should really move on from this, but it's hard to let go of a dream I've had since I was a kid.
おばあちゃんにダメって言われたのは分かったよ。その言葉を素直に受け入れて勉強に精を出す。それもまたいい人生だと思う。けど納得できないなら無理に人の意見を受け入れる必要はないんじゃないかな。
She's the one who raised me.
相変わらず律儀だね。君の長所だと思う。でも君は君だ。おばあちゃんじゃない。人に言われただけで夢を諦めるなんてすごく窮屈だと思うよ。もう少し自分に素直になってもいいんじゃないかな。
Ever since I lost my parents, I spent my life trying not to be a burden on anyone. I held back so I wouldn't trouble my grandma. I put on a fake smile whenever the topic of parents came up at school. Being honest with myself was never an option, so I brushed her off without even thinking. I can't just do whatever I want. Wouldn't that be too selfish?
いいじゃん、わがままで。我慢は体にも心にも毒だよ。それに誰かが何を言っても僕は君の味方。どれだけ責められたとしても僕が優しく慰めてあげるよ。
Okayu smiles, radiant beneath the moonlight, almost like an angel in disguise. The weight in my heart lifts, if only a little. Before I know it, tears start spilling down my cheeks.
ごめんね、泣かせるつもりはなかったんだけど。
No, it's just pool water.
了解。そういうことにしておくよ。
Okayu doesn't press further. She simply floats in the water, completely at ease. Just having her here makes it easier to open up. When I told my grandma I wanted to take over the rice ball shop, she shut me down immediately. but I just couldn't let it go. So I kept asking her, day after day. Eventually, she told me if I could make a rice ball she'd approve of, she'd let me inherit the shop. But I failed. I couldn't recreate the taste, no matter what I tried. I used the same ingredients and followed the same steps, but it just wasn't the same. You even said so yourself, right?
そうだね。うん。僕はおばあちゃんのおにぎりも君のおにぎりも食べたことがある。残念だけど全くの別物だったよ。
Right? That's why I gave up on the shop and decided to go to university instead. Before I met Okayu, I thought I had made my peace with that choice. But then she came into my life, showed me what it meant to live freely, and all of a sudden I started wanting more. Now I can't lie to myself anymore. But even after that, I still couldn't let go. I lived my whole life with that shop, you know? I can't stand the thought of losing the place I grew up in. The memory of losing my parents still shakes me, even now. Can't lose the shop too. It would be like losing my family all over again. I don't ever want to feel that kind of loss again. Okayu, can you do me a favor and be my rice ball taste tester from now on? I need your advice. Anything that can help me get even a little closer to my grandma's rice ball.
もちろんいいよ。言ったでしょ。僕は君の味方だって。君のやりたいこと全力で応援させてもらうよ。
She says it like it's the most obvious thing, and somehow that makes me believe in myself too. I feel like I could start making a test batch right this moment.
いい目つきになったね。僕はその表情好きだよ。
Gave me the push I didn't know I needed. Thanks, Okayu.
僕は思ったことを口に出しただけさ。素直に生きた方がいいっていうのは僕の持論だからね。
That's such a cat thing to say. Honestly, I could learn from that. You live every day doing exactly what you want, don't you?
僕はどうかな。
For a moment, a shadow seems to fall over Kai's expression. A cold sweat runs down my back. I get the feeling I said something wrong. Sorry, was that out of line?
全然。だって僕は。
Just as Okayu starts to say something, her cat ears twitch.
誰か来る。
Our mouths clamp shut as we quickly scan our surroundings. I follow her gaze and see a flashlight approaching from the school building. How'd you know someone was coming?
猫は刺激に敏感だからね。気づかれたら大変だ。
Kinda hard to take you seriously with that face.
だってドキドキワクワクしない？もし見つかっちゃったらどうなっちゃうんだろう？きっとものすごく怒られて罰としてプール掃除なんかさせられちゃったり。
Just imagining it drains me, but Akayu's eyes sparkle with mischief. Wait. Okayu, are you a masochist or something? Well?
S も M もどっちもいけるよ。 でも愛がないとダメ。
Oh my god.
ただ厳しいだけは嫌だな。あと痛いのも嫌いだし。
Alright. Got it. I fight the urge to dig deeper and leave it at that.
ブーブー、もっと僕に興味持ってよ。かまってよ。
You sure you want people knowing your kinks like that?
君相手なら別にいいけどね。もう今更って感じもするし。
Isn't she being a little too straightforward? Not that I mind being treated as if I'm special. Don't tell me. Okayu likes me too. The thought gets interrupted by the metallic clank of a door opening. That sound must be coming from the locker room. Someone's heading into the pool.
のんびりおしゃべりしてる場合じゃなかったね。早く逃げなきゃ。
I nod, scramble out of the pool, and climb the wall in a hurry.
ふぅ、焦った焦った。外に出ちゃえばもう安心だね。蚊に刺されないうちに帰ろっか。
Wait, you're seriously going home like that? There's no way we can ride a bike 2 up while we're still wearing a swimsuit.
僕は気にしないけどね。むしろ肌で風を感じられて気持ちよさそう。君もどう？きっと涼しいと思うよ。こんな夜中に出歩いてる人もいないだろうから、人の目も気にしなくていいし。
She's got a point. Even the convenience stores out here in the countryside close at night. No one's likely to be around. Plus, spending a little bit more time with the Okayu in her swimsuit wouldn't exactly be a bad thing. No, that's exactly the problem.
何が？
I can't exactly say my self-control, so I dodged the question. Nothing. Just hurry up and get changed.
はーい。じゃ、茂みに隠れてくるね。もしかして、覗きたい？
What? No, idiot!
いい反応するね。じゃ、またね。
Tail swaying happily, the Okayu disappears into the bushes. I let out a deep sigh and look up at the sky. Seriously? She's gonna be the death of me. She's always dragging me into stuff, one way or another. But the truth is, I don't hate it. If anything, I kinda like it. I find myself wishing I could spend more time with her. But to do that, I gotta throw out my own problems first. The dream I gave up on. The one that's been smoldering deep inside me. If I can't face it head on, maybe then I'll be able to face Okayu properly too. Alright, let's do this! Even in the pitch black night, my voice is full of clarity.
風が気持ちいいね。髪も乾きそう。夏だからこその楽しみ方だよね。もうちょっと時期が遅れてたら寒くなりそう。
Okayu's voice drifts lazily from the back of the bike. I want to say something, but I'm too hyper aware of her. I can't think straight.
もしかして怒ってる？全然喋らないじゃん。
Ah, no, it's not that. I scramble to get my thoughts in order, then finally speak. You told me to be honest with myself, right? So, I've decided. I'll start training tomorrow to take over the rice ball shop
ことだと思うよ。頑張ってね。
And you'll be my official taste tester, right?
もちろん。僕は素直に生きる人を応援するからね。それにおにぎりをいっぱい食べられるなら僕にとっても悪い話じゃないよ。早く上達して僕に美味しいおにぎりを食べさせてね。
Yes, ma'am. Can't see her from behind me, but I just know her tail is swaying happily like always. It feels like we've grown close enough that I can picture her reactions without even looking. That's exactly why I want to know more about her. I want to get even closer. Say, if I can make a rice ball that you're satisfied with, would you listen to what I have to say then?
もちろんいいけど、今だって構わないよ。
No, not yet. I want to tell you properly. Once I sell things. Taking over the rice ball shop and telling Okayu how I feel. Most people probably wouldn't connect too. But to me, they both matter the same way. If I can't face the dream I once ran from, I'll never truly move forward. And if I keep running, I want to be able to look Okayu in the eye. At this point, it's my pride that's on the line.
じゃあどんな話を聞かせてもらえるか楽しみにしているね。
Yeah. Just promise you won't laugh it off, okay? As I push the pedals beneath my feet, I can feel the weight of my future responsibilities starting to set in. It feels good to chase my dream again. I rode home with that feeling in my heart.
Okayunyumu.
Okay, I think I'll stop here for today, but if you're enjoying this video, please leave a like, comment what you think so far, and if you want to watch more of this, please take a look at the playlist down below. If you want to watch more visual novels, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and take care.
ずっとこのままでいいんだよ。またおか